there. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to Main Street Living.
Yeah, good to see you guys. I mean, not a lot of live sports going on right now, so you guys know I'm jonesing for that stuff.
Oh yeah, it's driving me
What about
crazy.
you?
I don't know about you. Yeah. I can't handle this. I'm needing my sports.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, fortunately, one sport has got a way to keep their foot on the gas. It's called iRacing.
I am Tom Gregory, hanging out on Main Street with Larry McReynolds, one of the greatest crew chiefs in NASCAR history, and now sports analyst on Fox NASCAR and SiriusXM NASCAR on Track. And Landon Cassill. Landon is a NASCAR driver and has been a huge proponent of this iRacing that is just taking the country by storm. Larry, I have to ask you, with the fact that we're under this coronavirus pandemic and there is no live sport, and all of a sudden, flipping channel, someone sees, well, NASCAR? It's NASCAR's live? What's going on? Larry?
Yeah, I am very proud of my bosses at Fox and FS1 because they could have just rolled over and let's just play old races until we get back to the track racing. But they've been very aggressive, along with the folks at iRacing, the cooperation of NASCAR, all of these drivers like Landon Cassill, and we're making this happen, and we're not taking our eye off of what's going on in our country and in our world right now. That's where our main focus and thoughts and prayers are. But if we can create something on Sunday afternoon for about an hour and a half or 2 hours and maybe be a distraction to the viewer and to the fan on what's going on in our lives right now, we're just going to follow the NASCAR schedule as it would be scheduled until we're truly back at the track.
Landon, you've been a big proponent of iRacing. Are you surprised that it's been such a smash hit?
I am surprised because I just never imagined it. But when you really look at the platform and look at the quality that's on it, iRacing has been building this for a decade. This isn't an overnight success. And we ran our first race at Homestead, and after that race, there was so much energy because of our TV ratings. I had sponsors calling me that wanted to pay me to drive a car in the virtual world. And I looked at that and I said, okay, what do I do with this? I wasn't expecting this. So I'm gonna hire a couple people that were just laid off from their jobs because of this pandemic, and I'm gonna pay them to do what they do professionally, make content for me, build out a brand and build out an image, and we're gonna focus on this for the next 2 months.
This is not too far removed from your training, though, right? You have done iRacing, and other drivers have used these techniques, this format, to get better.
Yes, and on a really large scale, the manufacturers have multi-million-dollar simulators that they've built that the drivers actually go to and drive on. To have one in your house, I mean, I'm in my basement right now. I know it doesn't look that way, but I'm in my basement right now. So to have one in your house is kind of another level of, maybe I'm not in a fully immersive motion simulator, but I'm driving a car that is modeled off of the real car that I race for a living. I'm driving on tracks that are modeled off of the real tracks that I race on. Really, the coolest part is normally on iRacing, I'm racing against iRacers who I don't maybe know them. I only know them from the platform. But now on Sundays, I'm racing against guys that I race against every week.
We're running out of time here, but I have to ask you one question, both of you. When America emerges from this, and it will, you guys get back to the track. What's the one thing you miss right now?
Well, I know
Larry?
For me, it's just being in that garage area and seeing the guys that I see in and week out. I actually spoke with 2 or 3 crew chiefs just earlier today. Actually, they're crew chiefs that have drivers that are racing in this iRacing Pro Series event. And I just wanted to kind of get their take on it. And they said they're really glad their driver's doing it because if nothing else, it's keeping them sharp. On Sunday, those guys are at the mercy of their equipment. But with these fixed setups in these races we're running, one, it truly measures talent, but it also measures the experience level of driving an iRacing machine.
Landon, what are you going to be glad to get back to when you do get to the tracks?
Like Larry said, it's the people. I mean, it's a physical race car. It's gonna be nice to sit in a real race car and feel a real race car, feel the weight on my body. But it's knowing that there are guys in our sport, men and women, that they have very specialized jobs. I'm looking forward to putting those people back to work and building us cars to race.
And it's good that you're thinking about those people at this time. You will get out on the track. It will happen soon. But until then, we have iRacing. I have to thank Larry McReynolds and Landon Cassill for being on Main Street with us today. Until we see you guys again, either virtually or really.
Yep.
You guys stay healthy. Thank you very much for being on Main Street.